can't hear myself. Mic check, 1, 2.
Mic check, mic check.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Slightly.
Yeah.
You're not very.
I'm not very loud. Test, test. Yeah, I'm just faint. Yeah.
Much better. Whoa.
Can you just
actually kind of loud. Just a little down.
Down.
A little bit more down.
A little more. Okay, that's
yep.
good.
Yep, great.
Yep.
Perfect. All right. Oh, we didn't have that much.
Are my eyes actually open? Hell yeah, they are. Hell yeah.
Look at mine.
Oh my god, love that.
They're like wide open, Evan.
I've matured this summer, you know?
Homeowners insurance and property protection are essential components of homeownership, providing financial security against unexpected events such as natural disasters, theft, and liability claims. A homeowner's insurance
And we're about to tip off for this historic night as the Detroit Shock and the Cleveland Rockers get ready for the WBL debut here at Detroit Country Day High School, right on the outskirts of Detroit, Michigan. It'll be Rose Michaud and Tyler Bennett to jump it. And we're underway. The WBL has begun. Shock with the basketball, down in the post. Michaud turns it around, no good. Bennett with the rebound, she'll push. Over the timeline, into the forecourt. They'll work it around the wing. Here's Mitchell. He'll swing at the Snipes for three, off the backboard, no good. Rebound, Shock. Here comes Grays. She dishes to the corner on the baseline. Into the middle, float jumper, and somebody rearrange a trophy case because that ball needs a home. First bucket scored, and a new WBL by Rose Michaud. And a deep three, no good. Good box out from Chia Rail Whitsitt. Here's a three ball from the arc, no good. Backside rebound. Still handled by Detroit. Austin works it around. Now top of the elbow. She'll work it down. Michaud in the lane. Into the corner. Three ball. Good movement. Sank it. Rail Whitsitt with the first triple of the new WBL for the Shock. They're up 5-0. 8:40 left on the clock. Cleveland looking for their first basket. There's Rougeau. In the spin move, got caught up. Now she's got to get it over to Vance. Vance works the top of the timeline. She'll get it out. Gonna have a violation. So Cleveland working hard to get things going. They find themselves down 5-0 with just about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Down in the post, Michaud, little turnaround jumper, got it to fall. Michaud's got 4, and it's 7-0. Cleveland working the top of the arc. That's Rougeau, pump fake, nothing doing. Vance thought about it, gave a pump fake, and she got closed off. Needs to put it up, and finds in front of the rim. Michaud standing there with the rebound. Here comes Jazz Powell. In the middle, Michaud again. Lefty, no good. Ball loose. Powell with good hustle is going to see it go off her leg. It'll be Cleveland basketball. Good hustle by Jazz Powell to track that down. And Cleveland wants to call a timeout. Kayla Chisholm not too happy right now at the early start. 7:11 left in the first quarter. Jon Natale with the Park Avenue Plus Productions. Pleasure to be here this evening at Detroit Country Day High School, home of the Yellow Jackets. This gym has seen plenty of championships along the way. 22 of them to be precise. 9 from the boys' side, 13 from the girls' side. And there are 2 players on the court tonight that have attributed to a few of those championships. And actually they were teammates, Jazz Powell and Tyler Bennett. Both in 2017 brought home a title to the Yellow Jackets here at Detroit Country Day. And Tyler Bennett has 2, as does Powell. So lots of history on this court, and history being made tonight as the rebirth of the WBL, courtesy of Ryan Reed, who's done a masterful job putting this all together. As Bennett will inbound after the timeout. And Marquila Snipes will control the offense. Working one-on-one. Thought about it. Stripped away from Powell. She's got speed with pace on the left side. Good pass, good finish. Grays with the finish on a pretty break from Jazz Powell. Down in the paint. Bennett working hard. Little floater. Can't get it to go. Rebound Shock. They'll push. Down in the post off the fingertips of Michaud. Here comes Fields on the break. She'll pull it back. Looking for help. And trying to get the pick and roll with Bennett. And here's a steal. Open break. Shell Austin. Righty. Good. Detroit jumps out to an 11-0 lead. And Cleveland still looking for their first bucket. You have to go back 22 years the last time these two teams met. Eastern Conference playoffs in 2003. Here's a long three ball. Off front iron, no good. Whits it with the rebound. And there's going to be a foul. And it's going to go on Snipes. That'll be her first. 5:35 less than the first quarter. And we're going to have a timeout. I was mentioning that the last time these two teams met back in 2003, those Eastern Conference playoffs in the WNBA, it would be Cleveland's last and final game, as Gordon Gunn didn't pick up the renewed contract and left the team, and there would be no more Cleveland Rockers in the WNBA. The Shock, however, would go on to have quite the run with head coach Bill Laimbeer, former Celtic great of the Bad Boys, would lead Detroit to 3 titles. But some great names to come through both clubs. And a lot of all-stars from the Shock. Sandy Brondello, Wendy Palmer, Swin Cash, Cheryl Ford, Deanna Nolan, Ruth Riley, Katie Smith, Kara Braxton. Cheryl Ford won the WNBA All-Star Game MVP in 2007 for the Shock. As they work around the top of the arc. Now a drive down the lane, but blocked by Bennett. Doe Williams tried to get in the lane, and Bennett said no. So on the inbound, Kamari Donald to inbound. She'll get it to Williams. Williams for a triple. Round the rim, no good. Bennett with the rebound. 5-minute mark of the first quarter. Detroit up 11-0. In the lane, cut off. Here's the three ball. That one way long from R.B. Mitchell. Cleveland retains possession. Bennett got it stripped away. She goes to the lane, up and right, got it. There's the first basket for the Cleveland Rockers, courtesy of Tyler Bennett. Started her career at Clemson as a Tiger, had 3 very good years. Down in South Carolina, there's a strip away. Coast to coast, puts it in, 11-4. Great anticipation from R.B. Mitchell. Lead 7 for Detroit. Working around the top of the arc. They'll get it over to Williams. She'll pop another 3. Off the iron, no good. Backside rebound from Shea Carter. Down in the post, little shove off, no good. From Grays, Bennett with the rebound. And Mitchell will take it over the timeline. 4-minute mark. Cleveland down 7 after an 11-0 run from Detroit. Here's a 3 ball, way short. Right into the hands of Whitsitt. Down the lane. Good pass to find Donald on the break. The Sacramento, California native gets on the board. Lead back to 9, 13-4. Another steal. Williams, finger roll, got it. Dill Williams from Wayne County Community College, the home of the Wildcats. And that lead back to 11. That's how it started, 11-0 run. Here's a 3 ball. Off front iron, no good. Bennett there, but rebound by Shea Carter. She pulls up. Donald for 3. Got it. Kamari Donald now with 5, leading all scorers And the lead is ballooned to 14, coming up on the 3-minute mark. Bennett working the top of the elbow. Here's a 3-ball. Fields, in and out, no good. But chased down. Fields gets it again. Takes it to the lane. She got bothered. And there's going to be a foul on Tay Grays. That'll be her first. And that's going to send Precious Fields to the free throw line. At St. Clair County Community College, home of the Skippers, shot 61% from the charity stripe. And gets that one to go. Averaged 12.6 a night and 8.1 rebounds. Great job for the Skippers. And sinks both of them. Lead back to 12, under the 2:30 mark left here in the first quarter. That was a 3-ball, got blocked. And now Cleveland will push. That's Vance into the lane. And she got bothered and tangled up. And a substitution for head coach Kayla Chisholm. Born in Chicago. Came over to Michigan just at 5 years old. Grew up in Ypsilanti, went to Ypsilanti High School, home of the Grizzlies, and attended Delta College in Saginaw. Good motion. Powell for 3. Left it short. Ball on the ground, picked up by Detroit and Donald. She'll swing it down low. Here's a 3-ball from the corner. That one off the front iron, no good. Here comes Jayla Smith with pace into the lane. Left hand, got it. Jayla Smith from Eastern New Mexico University puts in 2. And there's a 3-ball. So as soon as Cleveland gets back in the thick of things, Detroit shoots a 3-ball. Good outlook pass. Up and under, but couldn't finish was Donald. Bennett with the rebound. And she'll give it to Grays, or Snipes. Tipped away. Powell on the break. Left alone, right-hander, put it in. Jazz Powell gets 2 on the board, coming up on 30 seconds to lead 15 for the Shock. See if Cleveland can't get a bucket before the half. Not a lot of movement from the team in black right now. They got to get something going. That ball poked away. Detroit with a chance now. 15 on the clock. Coast to coast is Michaud. And couldn't get it. Bennett bothered her. 5 seconds. Cleveland's got to go. Vance has to throw it up. And the clock runs out. So at the end of the first quarter, Detroit Shock jump out to an early 11-0 lead. The lead is now 15, 23-8. And the debut game of the WBL here at Detroit Country Day High School, home of the Yellow Jackets. School's been around a little bit. 1914 was the construction date of this thing. And when you walk in, you can just smell basketball. Everybody was asking me what that smell was. I said, gentlemen and ladies, that is what we call old school basketball. But just have an absolute great team working with us tonight on Park Avenue Productions. Dylan to my left, got Christian, Zach, you have Dominic, Michael. Just couldn't be more thrilled to be a part of this here this evening. As a Cleveland native, just very beyond proud and so much gratuity towards Ryan Reed and Christian Jackson for allowing me to have the first home call in over 22 years for a professional women's basketball team from the city of Cleveland, Ohio. And let's just hope there's many more to come here in the near future. As we'll start the second quarter with the Shock up 15. Kamari Donald leading all scores with 5. Cleveland will start with the basketball. On the far side of the court, Bennett will inbound. And let's see what head coach Kayla Chisholm drew up during that quarter break. As we are getting set, ready to go. The Shock winning those championships in the WNBA in 2003, 2006, and 2008. That 2003 season was when they knocked Cleveland out of the playoffs. Detroit has had 4 head coaches as their time with the Shock. Nancy Lieberman. Everybody knows that name. Member of the Detroit Shock Hall of Fame. Along with Swin Cash, Katie Smith. Lynette Woodard actually started her career in Cleveland. Lynette Woodard, the first female Harlem Globetrotter. And she made her way into the WNBA, and she also made her way into the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame. Just having a little problem with the scoreboard, but we now got it under control. And I think we're ready to play some basketball. We'll get to it. On the inbound, Bennett and Mitchell will bring it up the court. Over the timeline, now into the forecourt. He gets it to the right wing. Top of that arc, Bennett down low. The paw got on it. As Williams knocked it away, it'll be Cleveland basketball. On the inbound. And Fields going to take a long 3. Left it short. But Mitchell came across, got the backside rebound. Now she'll operate from the top. Ran into some trouble. Snipes looking for help. Has to hoist it. Back there, no good. And the rebound to Detroit. Here comes Whitsitt. Open 3 for Williams. Off the iron, no good. Bennett with another rebound. Bennett very good on the glass. Got that tall frame. Mitchell couldn't get it to go. And the rebound. Williams on the far side. She takes another 3. Couldn't get that one to go. Whitsitt on the rebound. Williams takes a 3. Off the back iron, no good. And rebound Cleveland. Here comes Rougeau. She takes a 3. Off the iron, no good. Snipes. Left it short. And now 2-on-1. Bennett back. Donald pulls up for 3. Back iron, no good. Backside rebound is Rougeau. Coming up on the 8-minute mark here in a frenetic second quarter. Rougeau takes it. Off the iron, no good. Chased down by Whitsitt. And she wants everybody to slow it down. As Williams will gradually bring it up the court. She'll cross the timeline into the forecourt. Morse with the basketball. Down in the paint. And that's going to go the Rockers' way. And we'll have a substitution. Jayla Smith will spell Marquila Snipes. Still looking for a bucket here in the second quarter between both teams. 23-8. That's how we ended the first. Here comes Mitchell. She gets it to Smith. Down in the lane. That ball poked away. Rougeau got it, and that ball poked away from the backside will be Cleveland basketball. 7:19 left on the clock. Rougeau to inbound. Here's Mitchell. Looking for help. Gets a pick from Bennett. Into the lane with the right. Bennett there to clean it up. Got it off the glass and good. Good work from Tyler Bennett. She's got 4. That's her first basket of the second quarter. 23-10. Under 7 left in the second quarter. Here's Williams. And she'll get a cross side. Shea Carter. Risky pass to Morse. Down low in the paint. Whitsitt. Little fadeaway jumper off the back iron. No good. Ball on the ground. Mitchell's got it. And we're going to have a tie-up. And the one thing that's just a beautiful sight to see is even though in the tie-up and the scrum on that jump ball, both Carter and Mitchell get up with smiles on their faces, having a great time here tonight. And a substitution as Tay Grays comes back into the contest. Number 35 for the Shock. And here's our jump ball. And even though it was controlled by Detroit, Cleveland on the fast break and puts it in. Here's a 3 ball. Left it short, but on the backside rebound. Too easy. And now it's still 25-12. Lead is 13, coming up on the 6-minute mark. And that ball left short. Michaud gets it, and Powell will lead the break. Here's a 3 ball off the top of the backboard. Michaud there with good strength and power. Michaud's got 6. Lead 15, 27-12, coming up on the 5:30 mark in the second quarter. Hands it off to Rougeau. Rougeau with a spin, got caught up in the lane. She'll kick it back out. Skip pass. Mitchell thought about it. Takes a dribble in, puts it up. Off the iron, no good. Austin, good pass underneath the Grays. Pretty basketball from the Shock. And the lead its largest at 17, 29-12. Coming up on the 5-minute mark in the second quarter. Just looking for any offense is this Cleveland team. Just at 12 points. RB pulls it out. Now she goes to the baseline. Kick out, ball stripped away. Austin ended up with it. In a discussion between our referees. Actually, we'll have a media timeout. Again, we'll take a second to thank Park Avenue Productions, who have put on this showcase here this evening at Detroit Country Day School, home of the Yellow Jackets and the debut of the WBL. Now, this is the second resurrection of the WBL, started back in 1978. Had a short 3-year run. The intention was great, but just didn't have the right ownership behind it, didn't have the proper following, not the proper staff. But with what Ryan Reed has done already, with this rebirth, so to speak, here in 2025, I think there's a lot of good things on the horizon for this league. They've picked a great group of coaches. There's 6 teams currently in the can. We have 2 of them right here, Detroit and Cleveland, Indiana, Grand Rapids, Toronto, and Chicago, all waiting for their shot to get on a WBL court. And what we've seen, and a lot of the quality basketball that we've seen already, I envision this league being a very big springboard into the WNBA. Possibly a G League type, as what is to the NBA. But we'll see. Here's Grays. He swings it over to Carter. Now Austin with it. Getting some pressure. Now the double. Austin gets around the baseline into the middle. Poked away. Almost booked in by Bennett, but in the hands of Snipes. She leads the break. Into the lane. Went up with the right. Michaud bothered it. Now Austin over to Powell. Down low in the paint. Fadeaway jumper, no good. Backside rebound. Here comes Turner. Into the lane. She got cut off. And it's going to be a foul on Shea Carter. Cleveland substitution. And that ball ripped away. Michaud got it. So here comes Powell. She leads a break. Good look to Michaud on the runner. Got it with the left. Good look from Jazz Powell. Had a great career at Tennessee. Plays overseas at Barrio in Portuguese Liga Feminina. Had 4 assists as a volunteer in her career. Just under 10 a night. Was number 4 for the Shock. And trying to use that high pick and roll. Now into the lane with the left hand. Got it to go. Desiree Turner. Now with 4. Here's Grays down in the paint. Good anticipation from Snipes. She'll push. Looking for help. Top of the key. Turner thought about the 3. Working in the paint. Got stripped away. She retains possession. And we're going to have a tie-up on the ground. Turner and Carter. That's the second time Carter's been on the deck. And a substitution. Oh, we won't have a substitution for Cleveland, but we're going to have a hockey line change for the Shock. All new fresh faces come in, with the exception of Michaud. And now the substitution, as Rougeau spells Snipes for Cleveland. Coming up on the 2:30 mark left here in the first half. I have a jump ball. It'll be Turner and Carter. And now we're ready. There's a tip, and it's controlled by Detroit. Austin with it, gets it ahead. To Powell, little razzle-dazzle. Goes underneath, couldn't get it to go, but she's going to go to the free throw stripe. Good take from Jazz Powell. And she'll go to the line for 2. Shock up 17, 31-14. Two shots coming from the Tennessee Volunteer. And misses the front end of the 2-shot foul. Whitsitt and Donald re-enter. For head coach Taquana Bennett-Cox. And misses both as Tyler Bennett runs it down. Taquana Bennett-Cox played professionally for 7 years and ran into a pretty drastic leg injury that forced her out for a little bit. Tried to resurrect her career in Australia, but she kind of knew that the body wasn't keeping up with the brain and called it a career. And she moved to Michigan. But while she was playing overseas, she met her wife while playing in Portugal. Now, dinner might be a little awkward tonight because her wife is Tyler Bennett, number 35 on the Rockers. That's a great story to tell. As Michaud denied that, R.B. Mitchell went to the hole. Michaud said, absolutely not. So on the inbound, under 2 left to play in the first half. There's Field. She got caught up. And Rougeau. And good defense. Shot off the iron, no good. Michaud chases it down. Here's a 3 ball. Canned it. Arlesia Morse puts a triple on the board from Flint, Michigan. Member of the Hawks from Hamady High School here locally. Played her ball at Marquette, the Golden Eagle. Here's a 3 ball. Front iron, no good. Whitsitt grabs a rebound. Here she comes. She'll hand it off to Williams. Down in the paint, Michaud. And even with pressure from behind, she puts it in. Michaud, your first double-digit scorer with 10, and the lead 23, under a minute left here in the second quarter. Here's Field. She gets cut off. And RB lost it on the ground. Mitchell got it. Ball still on the ground. Somehow pops into the hands of Williams. One-on-one. Oh, little razzle-dazzle, couldn't get it, but a 3 ball, canned it. Kamari Donald, her second triple. She's got 8. And the lead 26, under 30 left here in the first half. Mitchell, little pull-up jumper, got it to go. RB Mitchell, she's got 4. Now 10 on the clock. What can Detroit do? Cleveland needs a stop. Needs to get some sort of momentum going into half. Under 5. That ball poked away. It'll be Detroit basketball with 2.2 left on the clock. So on the inbound. Morse has got it. Shoots it back. Donald puts it up. Off the backboard, no good. But the Detroit Shock coming out with a vengeance. Started this one on an 11-0 run. The lead is now 24 as the Shock head into the locker room up 40-16 against the Cleveland Rockers here in the debut of the WBL. So we're going to take ourselves a halftime timeout. Thanks again to Park Avenue Productions for putting on this debut of the WBL here at Detroit Country Day High School. We'll be back with the second half coming up. Back for the second half of basketball. Debut of the WBL at Detroit Country Day School, home of the Yellow Jackets. 22 state titles have this gym seen between the boys and the girls. 13 respectively for the girls and the women. 9 for the men. Couple names that stick out as far as players that have played here. Chris Webber played his basketball here at Detroit Country Day, as did Shane Battier, former Duke star. Chris Webber, member of the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame over in Massachusetts. We'll switch sides. Cleveland will start with the basketball, and we're underway in the second half. Here comes Mitchell into the forecourt. He'll get it over to Snipes. Let's see what Coach Kayla Chisholm drew up in the locker room as she finds her Rockers down 24. Bennett going to take a long jumper, left it short. Out of bounds, be Detroit basketball. The Shock started this one in a fury, jumping out to an 11-point lead. Cleveland got it within single digits just once, but it has been all Detroit here in this opener of the WBL. Donald's got a couple triples, lost it between the legs, flying behind her. Powell goes baseline. Little pump fake off the iron, no good. Here comes Rougeau, lead in the break. Skip pass. Fields down in the paint off the hands of Bennett. Michaud was there to bother her. Michaud having a great game. Leads all scorers with 11. And make that 13. She's got a baker's dozen. Does Rose Michaud. Start her career as a Golden Gopher up in Minnesota, and then transferred to Virginia Tech, became a Hokie. And good take, but can't finish. Was Snipes. She got to the left side of the rim, tried to put it up with her right hand, and just couldn't get it to fall. The lead 26. Powell working up against Snipes. Oh, got right by her. Little up and under, couldn't get it to go. And here comes Mitchell. On the drive with the right. Off the iron, no good. Ball ping-pongs around. She gets it back. Off the iron again. Gets her own rebound, put it in. R.B. Mitchell working hard underneath the glass. And she leads. All Cleveland scores with 6. And a poke away. But Williams came back up with it. Goes to the lane, floats it up. Off the back iron, no good. Bennett with another rebound. Cleveland has some numbers. Now everybody retreats. All the way to the lane. Rougeau can't finish with the right hand. And Powell will sling it. And just the ball everywhere. Finally ends up in the hands. And she swings it. Kamari Donald. The lead 27. Fields tried to get in the lane. Left all alone, and she handed it off. But Snipes able to finish it. Marquila Snipes gets on the board from Macomb Community College, a member of the Monarchs back in 25th. Long three ball off the back iron, no good. Snipes, a Monarch back in 2015-16 from Macomb, Michigan. Went to high school at Dakota, member of the Cougars. Here's a long three from Fields. She cashed it in. Precious Fields for 3. She's got 5. And now the lead 22. Cleveland trying to claw back. Just under the 6:45 mark left here in the third quarter. Michaud thinks about it. Hit the iron, no good. Crashing the glass was Rougeau. And she'll get it over to Mitchell. Mitchell will control the offense from the top of the arc. Down low to Bennett. She'll kick it out. Snipes for 3. Off the iron, no good. Backside rebound. For Austin. Oh, good pass to Powell on the cut. And Powell lays it in. Great pass from Shell Austin. Found Jazz Powell on the move and laid it in with the right. Lead back to 24. 6-minute mark in the third quarter. Here's a 3 ball. Off the back iron, no good. And Powell will push. A good retreat on Rougeau. Powell tried to thread a needle. Rougeau read it perfectly. Now Snipes with it. Down the lane with a cutting Rougeau, puts it in. So Cedrea Rougeau finally gets on the board. And we'll have a timeout. The lead 22 for the Cleveland Rockers and the Detroit Shock. The Rockers were announced back in 1996. They're one of the original 8 franchises of the WNBA, which the league started play back in 1997. The owner at the time, Gordon Gunn, who also owned the Cavs at the time. But unfortunately, back in October of 2003, Gunn announced that his Gund Arena company would no longer operate the Rockers, and that would be the end of professional women's basketball in the city of Cleveland. Isabella Fidzikowski was a member of that original team, along with Lynette Woodard, as I mentioned earlier, the original female player, the first female player, the Harlem Globetrotters. Had a decent season in their inaugural season back in '97. They just missed the playoffs after going 15-13. But then a year later, they went 20-10 and won the Eastern Conference title. But they lost to the Phoenix Mercury in the WNBA semifinals. That was before the WNBA split the playoffs by conference. Rockers' best season was 2001. They went 22-10 and won the Eastern Conference. They got the #1 seed. Tenacious defense. There's a 3-ball front iron, no good. Only gave up 55.9 points a game that season. Mitchell into the lane. Little floater off the back iron, no good. Good save into traffic, though. Ball still skips away. Down low, Jayla Smith. Kick out. Here's a 3-ball off the iron, no good, but backside rebound, and she got it. Precious Fields followed her shot, and now she's got 7. The lead 20 under the 5-minute mark in the third quarter. Powell to operate. Long 3. Damian Lillard has entered the chat. That ball went out of bounds. It'll be Cleveland basketball, 4:49 left on the clock. Precious Fields leading the Rockers with 7 points. Working against Powell. Goes baseline, and that ball just got poked away. It'll be Cleveland basketball, 4:40 left on the clock. And we'll have ourselves a timeout. A couple of big names that have once worn a Rockers uniform. You have a few Hall of Famers. In the Rockers Hall of Fame, Susie McConnell-Serio. She played 2 years. Had a great career for the Rockers. She was inducted in 2008. Also, Lynette Woodard. Just played the 1 year, but she was inducted in 2004. Isabella Fidzikowski. When she came in, she's inducted in 2020. But Lynette Woodard, as mentioned before, member of that Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame, where everybody goes. And Lynette changed the scale of the Harlem Globetrotters, becoming the first women's player to play for Harlem. And then she had a great career in the WNBA. Good outlet pass, but Mitchell couldn't finish. Thought she got fouled as she hit the deck. No whistle called. And the lead still 20 for the Shock. On the drive, little fadeaway off the back iron, no good. Backside rebound, Grays will take a 3. Got it. Ball skipped around into no man's land, ended up in the hands of Tay Grays, and she nails a triple. She's got 7. Little fadeaway jumper off the back iron, no good. Chased down by Jayla Smith. She'll take a 3 and canned it. Jayla Smith has 5. And the lead back to 20. 4-minute mark in the third. Backside rebound by Whitsitt. And she'll kick it out. Williams will try a 3. Backside no good. But a rebound by Morse. Here's another 3. Whitsitt. In and out, no good. Carter with the rebound. She fights for it. She'll kick it out. Grays. Got it. Back-to-back triples for Tay Grays. And she hits double digits with 10. And now that's 3 members of the Shock in double digits. Fields got down in the paint, tried to hand it off. Ball got kicked away as Tyler Bennett will re-enter the contest for head coach Kayla Chisholm. Coach Chisholm, a lead assistant coach at Detroit Christian Community College, home of the Lions. The lead 23, 3:25 left in the third quarter. Smith to inbound. Good look underneath. Got it back and puts it up. Jayla Smith having a good third quarter. She's got 7 and the lead 21. Williams operates down the lane. Grays again. Canned it 3 for 3 is Tay Grays. And she's got a baker's dozen. And the lead back to 24. And Coach Chisholm has to call a timeout. Someone get the fire extinguisher and put it on the hands of Tay Grays. She's caught fire here in the third quarter, just under the 3-minute mark. Back-to-back-to-back threes for Tay Grays. Remember the DePaul Blue Demons. And she was a scorer. She could fill it up. 2-time Big East first team. All-freshman team for DePaul of the Big East. Averaged 10 a night. Around 4 boards. Played in 133 games for the Blue Demons up in Chicago. Fantastic career. Went to high school locally here at Detroit Martin Luther King. Home of the Crusaders. Detroit, Michigan native. Tay Grays. She's tied with Michaud with 13 apiece. Leading the way for both teams. And it'll be side out. Jayla Smith will inbound. Closest to us. And we're back underway in the third. Mitchell, top of the arc, working against Williams. A little pull-up jumper and got it. Good looking touch from R.B. Mitchell. She's got 8. That's Doe Williams. And she's going to have a push-off. And Fields it inbound. Back to Mitchell. The 2:40 mark. Cleveland down 22. 3 ball. In and out, no good. Backside rebound. Smith couldn't grab it. And it'll be Detroit basketball. Williams brings it into the forecourt, guarded by Mitchell. Stripped away from Smith. 2-on-2. Up ahead to Mitchell off the right. Got it. R.B. Mitchell now in double digits with 10. The first rocker. Be able to do that since 2003. Williams got it poked away, lost it off herself. Should be Cleveland basketball, but no. They said it was off Cleveland. So a lucky break for the Shock. And the lead is 20. That ball tipped away, ended up in the hands of Williams. She'll pull back on the baseline, into the lane. Kick out. Grace thought about it. Here's a 3 ball. In and out, no good. Smith with the rebound. Jayla Smith having a great third quarter under the 2-minute mark left here in the third. Rougeau got bothered. Morse came away with it. She leads the break. Pull up 3. Off the iron, no good. Lots of white jerseys there for the rebound. Whitsitt got it. Couldn't finish. Back out to Moore. She got bothered by Smith. Now here's Williams. Skip pass. Whitsitt. 3-ball. Off the iron, no good. Here comes Rougeau. All the way to the lane with the right, and she got it to go. Sadrea Rougeau on the fast break. Able to put it off the glass. She'll go to line for one and try to complete the three-point play. After being held scoreless in the first half, she's got 4, a chance to make it 5. Minute 15 left in the third. And she sinks it. She's got 5. Shot 72% from the line at Goshen, member of the Maple Leaves Crossroads Conference. And the lead, now 17. A minute left on the clock. Williams pulls back. Got it to go. Tricky shot from Doe Williams. Able to put it in. Now the lead 18. 3-ball. In and out, no good. Grays with the rebound. Williams has got it. Finds a seam. Will dump off to Whitsitt. Good ball movement. Grays thought about a pull-up jumper. Sinks it. Tay Grays having a third quarter. Up to 15. And a lead back to 20. Ten on the clock. Fields with it. Working against Williams. Jayla Smith for 3. Off the back iron, no good. Ball loose, got to put it up. Fields throws it up. Off the backboard, no good. Well, it was a 24-point lead at the half. Cleveland cuts it by 3. Now the lead 21 for the Detroit Shock, 60-39. As we head to the final 10 minutes of this opening contest of the WBL between the Detroit Shock playing host to the Cleveland Rockers. Talked about how this is the rebirth of the Women's Professional Basketball League, the WBL. Its first stint back in '78 and went to the spring of '81. It was the first professional women's basketball league here in the U.S. It was founded by sports entrepreneur Bill Byrne. First draft in 1978 with 8 teams participating: Chicago, Houston, Iowa, Milwaukee, Minneapolis, New Jersey, New York, and Washington, D.C. First game was played back on December 9th, 1978 between the Chicago Hustle and the Milwaukee Does at the Milwaukee Arena. Milwaukee Mayor Henry Mayer issued a proclamation likening the first game to the first professional football game, which was held in Latrobe, Pennsylvania, and the first pro baseball game played in Cincinnati. Pretty decent crowd, 7,824, which did see Chicago lose, or did see Milwaukee lose to Chicago, 92-87. Deborah Wadi-Russo scored 30 points to lead the Hustle. We've got 10 minutes of basketball left in this one. And Cleveland just trying to see if they can do anything to get that down. Shot no good. Whitsitt, and 24-second violation. The shot clock. As Jayla Smith will return for Precious Fields. Smith had a great third quarter. The lead 21 for the Shock. Rougeau On the baseline, Smith has got it. Gets a pick. She'll put up a triple. And in and out, no good. Whitsett with the rebound. Fast on the break. She kicks it out to Austin. Here's Grays. Oh, left that one short. She was hot in the third quarter. And now Cleveland with the basketball. After the turnover. And Mitchell will operate. Over half court. Into the forecourt. Backside Rougeau. Working against Powell. She pulls up another triple. That one left short. Smith got the rebound, but left that one short. Austin. Little razzle-dazzle off her leg. It'll be Cleveland basketball. As Rougeau will get it at the 8:45 mark in the fourth quarter. Here's Smith. Gets a pick from Vance. Down low. Vance lost it. And Grays ended up with it. Here comes Powell. Skip pass to Whitsett for three. In and out, no good. Michaud there on the backside. Went up hard. And let's see. Was there a foul on Michaud or was it on Vance? Count the bucket. The foul's going to go against Vance. Michaud just with pure power on the putback. And she's got 15. And she'll look to get 16, which would lead all scores. Michaud just recently, Virginia Tech Hokie. And in and out, no good. Smith with the rebound. 8:20 left in the fourth. The lead 23 for the Shock. Here's R.B. Mitchell. Tried to get it to Bennett. Deflected. Ball out no man's land. Mitchell runs it down. On the break. Into the corner. Smith swings it. Vance thought about it. She falls on her wallet. And now Mitchell's got it. Rougeau for three. Back iron no good. Backside rebound Whitsett. Now she looks to push. Whitsett came over to help. Dishes it off. Michaud with the left. Pretty. She's got 17 and leads all scores. Vance will try a three. Left it short. Michaud with the rebound. And we're going to have a couple more substitutions for the Shock. In the lane, got it to go. R.B. Mitchell. Off the iron, no good. Carter swings it. Here's a three ball. Morse, back iron, no good. Long rebound. Kicked out. Morse got it back. A little back behind the back pass. And where's Lynette Woodard when you need her? Little Globetrotters action there from the Shock. And into traffic will be a kickball on Kamari Donald. Donald from Morgan State, home of the Bears. She started her college career at Southern Idaho. The Golden Eagles from Sacramento, California. The McClatchy Lions, where she played ball in high school. Mitchell into the lane, and she's going to go to the line for two. 6:29 left on the clock. The lead 23 for the Shock. Mitchell sinks it. She's got a baker's dozen. At the University of Houston back in 2016-17, shot 67% from the free throw stripe from McKinney, Texas. Mitchell gets it to go. The lead 21. And not anymore. After the three ball, the lead now 24. And a timeout is called. The lead 24 for the Detroit Shock in this inaugural game of the WBL. And looks like my wishes were granted, as I've got the man behind the mission right next to me, Ryan Reed, who has put all this together here at Detroit Country Day School, home of the Yellow Jackets. Ryan, this gym has seen 22 championships of basketball. But what you have done tonight is historic. We're going to move forward, and not just what you're doing tonight, but the future looks so bright for the WBL. I want to welcome Ryan Reed to the broadcast. And Ryan, what are you most excited about today? I've seen you run around all night with a smile on your face. But you tell me, what has really brought to light to you from this whole experience?
Opportunity. I see opportunity with, I'm sorry, having technical issues. Opportunity. I see women playing basketball. It just brings so much joy. They deserve it. I'm happy to be a small part of bringing it to them.
So let me ask you this. The WBL started many moon ago back in 78.
Yes.
Didn't have the right ownership, didn't have the right squad behind it. The intentions were good,
Yes.
but they just couldn't make it go. What made you decide, you know what, I can bring this back, but I can do it bigger and better than the last regime?
Yes. I feel like the original WBL was forgotten about. So I reached out to those players, and I met with a lot of business-minded people. I feel like we have something good here. We have new age talent. We have just more opportunity, out here. More people willing to invest in women. So it'll go further.
So what is it that you see as Mitchell pulls up for three, back iron no good, and Williams will make the break with the shot. Good outlet pass, and couldn't get it to fall. On the backside rebound is Mitchell. Good hustle on the miss to get back. As she pulls up in the lane, got it. Nice little floater from R.B. Mitchell. She leads all Cleveland with 15 points.
There we go.
But, Ryan, what is the long-term goal of this? I know you've with the Shock and the Rockers right now, but there's four other teams in the can. You have Indiana, you have Grand Rapids, Toronto, and Chicago.
Yes.
What, moving forward, after this of what we highlighted today, and bodies everywhere on the floor, R.B. Mitchell. And got to be careful of those fans going on sand. Could get a technical foul.
Somebody got to get over there. We got to get somebody over there.
But what's the next step from this?
We're going to expand next summer. All of our teams will be in action. We have calls from New York, Philly, Miami's even called. We're going to grow the league. We can be a force in women's basketball.
Do you think, Ryan, that as you see the talent that's on the court, we've seen a lot of it this evening, but you've seen a couple tryouts and just people that come and go. Do you think that the WBL could become a springboard for the WNBA?
Definitely. Most definitely. It's a lot of talent out here. A lot of talent. I definitely think we can be like a G League, to the WNBA.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, you see it all across the NBA. You get a lot of young players and there's an N1 from R.B. Mitchell.
There we go.
And she's getting in the grill of Doe Williams. How about that?
I like Doe.
R.B. Mitchell from McKinney, Texas. Remember the McKinney line? She played at Houston. But she's having a great game. She leads all scorers with, actually, if she makes this, she'll lead all scorers with 18. And still at 17. And her counterpart with 17, Michaud, has 17 as well. The lead 20 coming up on the 5-minute mark. And that ball looked like it was tipped. But Rougeau will get it on the break. She has Fields in front of her, but got tripped up. And Shea Carter can't believe it.
They hustling.
But you can, and this is the thing that really excites me about this whole thing, Ryan, is that the competitive play, it's there. You can see it. You can see how they're hungry for the basketball, and they're going after it. They're hitting the deck, everything like that. But everybody's pulling each other up with a smile.
Right.
Because they're happy to be here. They're getting this opportunity. And that's one thing you cannot create out of just playing basketball. You either love the game or you don't. And these ladies absolutely love what you have put together tonight.
No, they put it together, in my opinion. They came out here, worked hard, had a real good practice yesterday.
That's going to be a kickball. Desiree Turner wearing number 8 for Coach Kayla Chisholm and the Rockers. Jayla Smith, the inbound, she had a great third quarter. And she'll get spelled by Markeela Snipes. The Dakota Cougar. Mitchell with authority throws it up. And there's going to be a block, so she's going to go back to the line for 2. And coming up a little limp. She ran that lane like a bull in a china shop. So, Ryan, you say that all these teams are going to participate next year. Is there another showcase coming up that maybe people can look forward to?
Working on putting one on in Indiana.
Yeah. I love that sound.
Rockers versus the Thunder.
Okay. All right, so Cleveland. Now, who's going to broadcast that? Because you know that I'm from Cleveland, but I live in Indiana, so what's my role?
Role is be the man. You're the man.
Well, let's see if I can do both. That'll be a first in broadcasting history to do both teams.
Yeah. It's some great broadcasters out too.
Oh, there'll be plenty. Yeah, we don't have to worry about that. But I think it's great to bring the game to what we call an Indiana basketball country.
Yes.
There's 2 states in the United States that eat, drink, breathe, and sleep basketball, and it's Kentucky and Indiana.
Yes. Yes.
And there's a 3-ball from Morse. That's her second 3. She's got 6. And the lead 21. Rougeau pulls it back. She'll try a triple, and she'll can it. She'll rattle it in. So Drea Rougeau up to 8 points, and the lead 18. Nice fancy footwork. And Ryan, so for both sides, watching this game, you see the talent. You've seen a couple practices. What is it that you like? Even though they got off to a rocky start, down 11-0 in the first couple minutes there was Cleveland. But what do you like from Cleveland that you've seen so far this contest?
They're not down on themselves. They're still competing. That's big. If you want to be a pro, you can't get down on yourself. They got jumped on a little early. I think, they're a little excited. They calmed down. Coach Kayla has them working.
Well, something, Ryan, that I find interesting, and I hope when you talk about the expansion, you were mentioning Miami, you were mentioning New York City, all these different other teams. But I noticed that even though it's Cleveland Rockers, not one player from Ohio. So how do we get that? How do we get so it's the homegrown talent here is you're showcasing what Detroit basketball has to offer, and they're all these good move by Michaud. She just went right over Mitchell. And on the fast break, Jayla Smith once again. So back and forth basketball as the lead stays at 20. But how do you get players from, and a long 3 from Doe Williams. My goodness. Steph Curry has entered the chat.
Keep talking. These players been consistent, came to tryouts, impressed our coaches. But I feel like we'll have another tryout in Cleveland. It's a showcase, so we didn't field a full roster just for the showcase. We'll have another tryout in Cleveland.
R.B. Mitchell leading all scores with 19. As the lead now 21. But, Ryan, you know basketball. You've been around. You see different states. And it's a different style, I think, of basketball. Yep. Like, when you think of Detroit, you just think of muscle. You think of power. You think, you go back to the bad boys of Detroit.
Yes.
But that's what Detroit basketball is, just that grit and tear.
Yes.
You go to Indiana, it's a lot of finesse. They'll pull it out for me. You get those stretch fours, and, everybody's shooting from anywhere in the court. And then, you can have a team from Lexington who's just so fundamentally sound and so
Right.
X's and O's and stuff like that. You
Right.
get a team like Cleveland, blue collar.
Yes.
And so just to think about that, where you're going to develop all this different talent, and I want to emphasize that word develop, because
Yes.
a lot of these players have played before.
Yes.
They have the skill. Now they're just now it's just shaking the rust off.
Yes, exactly. That's what it is. Like you said, shaking the rust off, getting the kinks out. They're showcasing their talent right now, so I'm looking forward to what Cleveland has to offer.
So what about the shock? What is it? I mean, a lot of these players you're very familiar
Yes.
with. You've seen on both sides, but what is it about the shock? Up now 23 in this debut of the WBL. I'm here with Ryan Reed, the founder, owner, CEO, the finance director, the merchandise director, or whatever you want to call him. He holds all the feathers in the cap. But what is it that you really like about this Detroit Shock team? They look great tonight.
Yeah, they're playing with so much confidence. Like you said earlier, everybody's smiling, having fun, not making it too hard. And it's beautiful. It's working out.
As that lead jumps out to 25, this is the largest it's been all contest at the 140 mark left here in the fourth quarter. As Snipes drives to the hole aggressively and got the roll. Good take from Arkeela Snipes. Right down the street in Macomb. Kind of up on a minute 30. Well, Ryan, as we get ready to wrap things up, I just want to throw every single congratulations that I can towards you for getting this going, for getting it started. I'm so proud to be a part of it. So humbling to me to be able to call my hometown. I'm the first play-by-play broadcaster to call a professional women's basketball team from Cleveland since 2003, and that means a lot to me.
I'm so happy you're here. I'm happy to have you, and I appreciate you.
Ryan, it's a pleasure, my friend. Good luck the rest of the way, okay? Ryan Reed, everybody, founder of the WBL. So happy that he could join us on this broadcast as we end under a minute. And that ball left short. And Jayla Smith, as the lead is 25. She'll take a three. And off the iron, no good. Backside rebound by Mitchell. She'll put it in. And she's over the 20 mark. So the first player in WBL history to hit over 20 is R.B. Mitchell. 14 on the clock. About 5 seconds separate shot and regular clock. On the drive, Austin going to run this out. She's going to pop back for three and miss everything. So Cleveland will get one more shot. As the clock winds down, and they're not going to take it. And that is our show from the iconic Detroit Country Day Gymnasium. The Detroit Shock come away on top tonight, 83-60 over the Cleveland Rockers in a game that showcased the heart, skill, and unbreakable spirit of this league. Congratulations, league owner Ryan Reed, the entire WBL staff for bringing us this unforgettable start, and to every player who left it all on the court this evening. From the roaring crowd to the polished hardwood, tonight proved that the future of women's basketball has never been brighter. I'm Jon Natale. On behalf of our entire Park Avenue Productions crew, we thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time as this remarkable journey continues. Have a great weekend, everybody.